Hello to all of you out there again in IPC land as I come to you from Jacksonville, Florida. Hopefully by Pentecost Sunday, the 31st of May, I will be in town, but it all depends on the conditions of things. In my last devotional with you last week, I think it was on Monday, I talked about the 5 pillars of happiness, and the 2 first ones I spent time on were gratitude and compassion. Today I would like to talk about the other 3. Just to recap, gratitude, I try to do this like each day of the week, by the way. Monday is gratitude, and Tuesday is compassion practice, and Wednesday is acceptance, practice of acceptance, and Thursday is practice finding meaning in life and the events of life, and Friday is practicing forgiveness. And all 5 of these, I think, are part of the equation to finding joy and happiness in life. So gratitude is basically practicing to think of people, naming people in your life that you're grateful for, and events in your life you're grateful for. And compassion is about understanding that people react the way they do not because they are necessarily dark and evil, as much as they are upset and hurt, and that hurt is a call for help. Often what we do is we see someone upset with us, and then we experience that as an insult, and then we choose to react to that insult, and that just perpetuates the circle of brokenness. But if we can be compassionate, that when someone is upset with us and someone is hurting, that maybe they're asking for some way to connect. Seeking compassion, I think, is what makes us happier than seeking happiness. And so the 2 first are gratitude and compassion. The third one is acceptance. There's a Buddhist understanding of acceptance where you own whatever you happen to be in and see it as a lesson. And really there are 3 components: the acceptance of ourselves, which I think comes only after we learn to accept others. We can accept them because we understand that they're imperfect, that they're human, that they're fallible. We all are, and if they're fallible and imperfect, then I must be fallible and imperfect myself. And so by accepting others, we can accept ourselves. I'm reminded of do unto others what we have them do unto me. But it's also do, in this case, if we accept others, then it's do unto me what I am doing unto others, accept myself too. And we all have plenty of events and stories and experiences in our life when we know that we stand in need of acceptance. But understanding that we all are fallible, I think, helps us come to terms with accepting ourselves and others. And the third way is acceptance of situations, especially now, for instance, with the pandemic. How do we come to accept this? And it's not about becoming apathetic as much as it's about a sort of empowered surrender over to it. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do to change it, but we can have choice. We have agency about how we're going to respond to it and how we will accept it. And from this acceptance, we can then hopefully move to the 4th step, which is meaning. How can we bring meaning into this? And this is Thursday's practice for me. Who is the meaning, or what is the meaning here, and what is the meaning of my life? And it's based on 3 things. Who am I? I'm a preacher, a minister, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a white privileged male, according to all the PC vernacular, all of that. But the themes that I am, or the roles that I play, are held together by 2 threads that I try to practice, and I'm not great at it, but I try to practice the thread of love and the thread of service. That's what brings meaning to all my other roles, is practicing love and service. And the more we can represent those threads, love and service, I think the deeper we will come to experience what's meaningful and the meaning of our own life. The second question is, why am I here? Why do I exist? And my sense is it's simple to help make this world a little better place. If it's a canvas that we all participate in creating, then we can put our own particular brushstrokes onto it in a way that enhances the painting of life itself. And finally, what this world itself, what is it? It's, in my experience and what the wise people say, it's a world of made up of learning, that everything in it is a learning experience, that life and the world is a school of learning. And so everything that can happen, or everything that happens, can be a learning lesson for us. What am I learning from this? And the fifth one on Friday is what some would say the hardest, and it might be the hardest, but I think it's probably the most profoundly meaningful, and that is forgiveness, learning how to forgive. And usually we move between two poles. One pole is that we are so blessed and we are so grateful and we're so honored and humbled by all that this world has given us that we really don't need much forgiveness. We don't have a sense of needing to forgive. That's the sort of the perfect pole that we would shoot for. But the other pole is a sense of unfairness, that we haven't gotten our just due, that we have been hurt or disappointed, and therefore we have high expectations that aren't being met from others or from life itself. And so if that's the case, forgiveness then becomes a willful choice to live in a life that's based on our highest ideals versus our lowest ideals. It is a willful choice to forgive or to practice forgiveness or not to practice it. And in the end, it becomes not only the gift that we give others, it's the greatest gift that we can give ourselves. So the 5 days are, Monday is gratitude, and Tuesday is compassion, and Wednesday is acceptance, and Thursday is meaning, and Friday is forgiveness. So for today, at least, that's my devotional to you, and I hope that you can come to see that the spirituality that we are called to experience is really an experience of practicing these spiritual gifts that I've mentioned. God bless you, and I hope you have a great week.